Hello, everyone. I am joined here by Kim, or Chimera, who's actually runner in the tournament. I am Shawnee7188, and I will count down the runners now so we can actually get started. Oh, I am being attacked by a robot. Okay, I will deal with that in a second. Uh, uh, so, anyway, this is the Stars Tournament. We have two wonderful runners here today. We have Shuzo and Troy. Both of them are brand new runners to this game. Shuzo's been around for a while. I think Troy is relatively recent, actually. And once we get to the tower, we can explain things. But otherwise, we're just waiting for the basic introduction, or not the basic start of the run. I am lost here for windows. Give me a second. I have way too many windows open. I can't see anymore. There we go. All right. Hello, Gene. So anyway, this is actually going to be kind of a little bit of a weird commentary session. Chimera is who I took as a coach for the tournament, for the start tournament, and they're off. So this is going to be kind of more of a tutorial session than commentary at points, but I will always be commentating the match properly as well. Also, whenever you want to chime in, Chimera, feel free to interrupt me. I tend to talk a lot.
Yeah. I will definitely take over the floor whenever you talk too much, just so that I have some limelight.
That's fine. Give me a sec. I got a message from my wife. Can you turn off the vacuum or the robot? We have a little robot vacuum cleaner, and it's currently trying to barge in the door.
Oh no!
So that's the context for me being attacked by a small little robot. So it's fine, but it goes off by noon, and that's actually where the start of the game happened, or the match happened. We have Shuzo with Mr. Leg. Very applicable name with the frame drop there. Anyway, yeah. This is Azure Dreams. This is a rogue PS1 dungeon crawling game. Where Konami, yeah, by Konami. And the one thing which is amazing about this game is, thanks to our wonderful programmer, we have the de-randomizing randomizer, which allows for fixed tower seeds, and also skipping the tutorial, so you won't see Queenie talk a bunch here. And we see here that you can see the state display, which is made by Chai. Ooh. Okay, you don't actually want to ever see a flame on the first go? Yeah, you're going to have to dedicate a fireball charge to it at level 1. Wow, this is a heck of a good start for everyone involved. All right, so what we normally start off the game with is all put in front on floor 1. It is a copper sword, wood shield, fireball, which has 5 charges, a pita fruit, a medicinal herb, and a random colored egg, but the egg will actually always contain a palumpa at roughly 84% heat. Yes, Stumble actually did something. We'll get into the traps in a second because we're going to see the same room on Shuzo's side eventually. And again, flames are probably the worst thing to find of level 1 when you haven't actually killed anything, just because the flames give 6 experience. You need 8 experience for a first level. So even though they're a huge waste of resources, a huge waste of time, you actually don't get a level for killing the first one unless you've killed a noise or a plumper previously. And Troy is hitting every single trap imaginable right now. Yeah, there you go. Now he's going to start attacking all of the squares to make sure there's no extra... Okay.
Still another one.
Yeah, we see here again, Shuzo dealing with the same thing. Going to be using, was like the fireball there when it catches up. And yeah, so this is like the worst possible start. And I'm going to blame Sandlight right off the get-go. So all of a sudden, all the fireball charges are now reduced to 4. We see the bump trap again happening. Just to kind of illustrate what's going on with that one is... it's completely useless most of the time unless there's a sleeping monster nearby. Then it wakes up the monster, and then it aggroes them because you're in the same room as them when it goes off. You see Shuzo taking time and considering options. Troy just switching back and forth between AI1 and AI3 to just kind of pick up some KOs. Yeeting the poor Palumpa across the floor, and I think just getting off floor 2. Yeah, there we go.
I really appreciate Troy's movement and just vision going on here already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you do a lot of commentary, you actually notice how a lot of different people play really differently. And seeing Troy turn the camera a lot still bugs me, just because I don't. I need to know which way is natural north when I play the game. And if I get mixed up, I tend to die. Okay. I think the robot is appeased. I'm not 100% sure, though. Oh well. If it makes more knocking sounds at the door, I'll have to go deal with it. But otherwise, yeah, this is just going to be a basic climb up the floor. Looks like she's having a little bit of frame issues right now, but that's... So I just had a blue screen of death.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a sec here. I'll ping Revan verdict on floor 2 screen. Because Revan and Chai are the organizers of the tournament, so if they want to just refresh the seed, they possibly can. So we'll see what happens on that one, because Troy's noticed as well. Re-entry is allowed. Yeah, but there is no... It's one thing re-entry, it's another thing when it doesn't save your game.
Yes.
So that's what it was going to happen there. Because I know Shuzo was talking earlier about, like, there's some... Yes, Diesel, he had a blue screen. So that's definitely on his side. We see here Troy just yeeting all the Palumpas everywhere. I blame Sad Knight for the blue screen. As you should.
We blame Sad Knight for the seed, the blue screen of death, the Barong giving us absolutely nothing on floor 16.
I mean, you got a roche fruit on floor 16 with Balrog on the first throw.
True.
Also, we need to have a tutorial session of us playing the game where there's not a Garuda involved.
Why am I getting called? One sec.
All the tech issues, don't worry.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that was
Grumpy Co on Troy's side, yeah. So Shuzo should eventually connect again. I think they're going to wait. I'm not 100% sure, but we do have the timer still running on Troy's side to know how long it is. I meant to explain as well, with all the hiccups and stuff happening, there is a 1 hour time limit to each match. It's a best of 3 because the tower is quite unforgiving, as are computers apparently. And we don't want... When we first, or when Stan Knight first made the Rock Me to the Top style tournament, which again, all the names and titles and stuff like that go for Stan Knight's credit, because we also had the Road to El Dorado tournament, which is the 2v2 tournament. There we go. We got Shuzo's stream up, so we'll just progress as is. Shuzo didn't see too much of the seed anyway, but re-entries are allowed. And Revan did say to just basically start it again.
All right.
It's all good. Anyway.
In this situation, since they blue screen of death, are they loading into this? Like, there's no save file, so it's just the same seed, isn't it?
Yes. Shuzo will have to go through the same thing. Shuzo, I think, got a blue screen right after the first room-ish, so it's not really, like, prior knowledge or anything, and that's why I pinged Revan, because, that's not my tournament. I'm not going to be whatever.
Yeah, so basically the only thing that Troylus has over Shuzo is time.
Yep.
Because of that.
I'll ping Revan later, or if Revan's in chat or whatever, I'll ask. But see if we can just give an hour 7 to Shuzo if need be, unless it's clearly decided at that point.
Yes. Oh boy, Troylus with the double ones.
Golf. Okay, so we should explain why fighting a bunch of golf wands is kind of bad. There is a weapon triangle, or not weapon triangle. There is an elemental triangle. There's fire, water, and wind. And fire hurts wind, wind hurts water, water hurts fire. Very Pokemon-like. If you have Venn diagrams for how effective each type is, it's not perfect circles, basically. Wind is very much a very tiny one. Despite what Chai's saying in chat, saying best double wand. No. Water monsters tend to be the strongest, just because they tend to be bulkier and they tend to be able to take out fire creatures, which are more higher attack ones. Winds tend to be more crafty. They tend to have like blinding magic or de-leveling magic or whatever. Troy will have to fight this Minerva eventually. He can't keep avoiding it. And the fire creatures tend to have projectile spells like Rise, Breath, Grid, so forth. So they tend to be more on the aggressive side of things. And no, he's just going to just try to avoid. All right, cool. Is Troy going to try to do the Minerva juking here? It shouldn't work 100% there because of the confusion one, but all right, cool. And we see Shuzo going back on floor 1.
The RNG ran out just in time for the Manueva to keep aggro.
Same situation. Minerva in the front, Minerva in the back. That's great. So, I guess as a runner, what would you do here, Kim?
I would have fought this Manueva like 5 minutes ago. It'd already be dead.
Yeah, it's an egg bomb that early, really? I don't agree with that one to deal with a Minerva because
Troy does have a CC, so they don't really need that water Palumpa.
True, but the egg can be fed to Queenie for free 50 MP.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I am a little like Troy's got a diamond shield, even though it's cursed -1, and egg bombing a Manueva when you're nearly full health just seems odd. I guess maybe speedrun strats.
He probably just thought there was a lot of time investment dodging these things and just wanted to catch up.
Yeah.
Because again, there is an hour time limit. They're technically 1 or 11 minutes out of the hour already into it. They're on floor 5 and, well, Shuzo too. Actually, I'll start up a timer on my side because Shuzo never started theirs. Let me just quickly... There you go. We'll have that going so I know roughly what Shuzo's time is comparatively. So when it comes to like the time investment you want to spend on monsters, this game is a turn-based game. You can pause theoretically and think out your moves. But with the speedrun setting, you don't want to do that because, well, it's a speedrun. You want to be fast. You want to mitigate any possible time losses. And a lot of Minervas on Troy's side.
Yeah.
But sorry, sidetrack. To finish what I was talking about the wands, I ended up talking about the elemental triangle. The wands with mixture magic power up respective attacks, just in general, for mixture magic. And if you happen to match the same type of your mixture magic, then on top of that, you get another little boost. So if you've got a Scarlet Wand with Queenie, you're going to be hitting, as Sand Knight would say, 5 trucks duct taped together. Yes. I don't know how that works, but...
And that elemental affinity correlation actually transfers to the weapon elements for swords as well, from what I've noticed. So if you find the same element of any wand or sword, it's just pretty much a guarantee you're going to want to take it, because that boost in damage is a night and day. It's insane how much faster a run can be just as you're one-shotting things that you wouldn't normally be. Again,
like when we were doing our training sessions, the one run I did, I ended up getting a Scarlet Wand and eventually a Garuda. And then I ended up doing the CC stuff and whatnot as well. And then for your run, you also got a Scarlet Wand and a Garuda. So we don't really have a consistent optimal strategies, I guess, for our practice sessions. But
the best I could say right now is if there was a fire sword or a Scarlet Wand in play for Troy right now, this bloom would be taking about 15 to 17 damage instead of 9 and 10.
This should take it. Yeah, there's one more. Okay, that's lucky. Because I would do one last attack, kill the bloom on the right. Okay.
Yeah, that was a little preemptive.
That's still fine.
That was the brainwash.
Yeah, Queenie has the only trait that can prevent brainwash in the game. It's very situational. It's only for these flowers. if you play this game casually and come in with like a level 90 killer, they could get brainwashed and just straight up murder you. You always have to be really careful around blooms. Oh, there's the curse again on Diamond Shield there for Shuzo's side.
Yep. Well, one curiosity, what is Haikun's? Do they not have a brainwash trait like Kun?
No, they don't. They have the 3 element one. And
right. Yes.
I don't know what trait. I think they might be traitless technically, and I think that's unique in that. But I've actually never used Haikuni. I've always just kept him in the egg because collector's item.
This is my collector's egg. I leave it in the plastic container so nobody can ever touch it.
Yeah, it's clearly an action figure. You see here that Troy has a wooden wand, and all of a sudden two-shotting with the balloons. Like, it's a night and day difference, like Kim said, when it comes to just having a wand. Because eventually, unless you are going from fire to water to fire in the tower, which is the respectively better thing to do, don't use wind. You don't want to... like, a neutral wand will still give you a good boost throughout. And you should be able to still fight most things in the tower. But when it comes down to... oh, we got it rated. We'll read that in a sec. But when it comes to having the type matching as well, is like, you can safely run through the tower, even casually, if you just kept a couple of levels per floor kind of thing. Apart from, you know, if you're water, you're not going to be killing a golem. Just don't try. Get resources to deal with them respectively. Also, welcome Speed Gaming 3 with the raid. This, we'll just alliterate very quickly. This is Azure Dreams for the PlayStation 1. This is a tournament match, the Start tournament, which it says they're starting Tamers and, what is it, rival totes? What does that say?
Rival coaches, it should be.
Oh, that's a T.
That's odd.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, I'm Shiny718. I'm joined by Kim. Trainers, thank you, Wuga. Thank you. I can't read it very easily on the thing. Okay, on my side, it is slightly blurry because of the Discord window. So that's my defense.
One thing I will say that I'm shocked about, or I'm not shocked, but just like questioning it, is there was a pita fruit, and Troy just decided to just leave it there. And I guess it's because the fact that they just used a water crystal, so Kune's topped off. And doesn't I guess Troy just doesn't want to manage their inventory yet.
Okay, I got news from Revan saying Shuzo can have a little extra time on this match due to the blue screen. They have 3.5 hours scheduled, so it shouldn't be a problem. From what I saw, Troy's about 10 minutes. So Shuzo can go to 10-10.
That's all right, yes.
Yeah, so that's perfectly fine on that one.
Ooh, that's a rough floor 8.
Ooh, we got... Okay, also, Shuzo's gonna... Yeah, that's not nice how many monsters there are. So to kind of illustrate a few things, this is one of the very few RPGs where traps hurt the player, not the avatar. This game is really annoying that way, where all of a sudden, there's the fire salamander running around. Oh, and a approaching U-boat as well. Like, the game will turn the screen upside down, and you have to respond according to it, or you need to, it blinds you completely and just blacks out your screen and map, and you could potentially start hitting your own monster with mixture magic if you're not careful. And that is something which is honestly unrecoverable when it comes to that. Like, Hype Crystal is a nice play. I still don't like the Fire Crystal. It still causes a lot of soft locks. It also doesn't work if the enemy is standing on copper coins. So have fun with that one.
Ooh, yeah, that's a nasty little bug.
Yeah, there's a lot of... This game is perfectly programmed, has no issues whatsoever.
Dancing with U-boat.
Yeah, we're going to try get around the U-boat as best as possible, and hopefully... you have to keep commanding, because the U-boat always wants to have the first attack, but if something's on top of them, they're going to keep moving, and that's going to be a big chunk of HP away from...
Goodbye.
Yeah, that was a lucky pickup, and Troy not having the best luck when it comes to monsters down the hallways.
Yeah, Shuzo's even in worse state. Kyun just passed out.
Just lost Queenie.
Ooh.
So re-entries are allowed. I would honestly recommend Shuzo think about using that wind crystal, because this is actually... Okay, so in the normal Rock Me to the Top style races we normally allow no re-entries. It's a one and done. If you die on floor 5, that's your thing. Someone gets to floor 6 or floor 5 before you, they get the match point. In the start tournament, you're allowed re-entries, and there's a 1 hour time limit, which is far more punishing. Because if you die, it's really, really, really hard to go back into tower, even if you have a little bit stronger Queenie, and get resources again. But we can't reset the seed. You have to keep playing, and it's quite punishing. So I would really recommend at floor 5, just call it, keep all the goodies, keep whatever, and go out and do what you can. There we go. That's exactly the right choice, because your resources are useless if you die, but you can still take resources with you into the tower. And we have things identified. Shuzo's actually completely out of the fireball as well. It shows there. So that was really rough on that one, but Shuzo can just quickly sell some items, get the inventory going, and run straight up into the tower again. Which honestly is a much better solution than dying. Again, a blind trap.
Troy just end up taking out Kun?
Nope. Awuga is still alive in the inventory.
Okay. I could have swore I heard the familiar.
Oh, it's a troll. It's a bowgun troll. Troy's trying to swing in front of him. It is technically hitting in front of him, but he can't actually... See?
Yeah.
You gotta be really careful of them. They have really good aim when they want to.
I could have swore for a second there. I heard the... there's a special sound effect for when you're familiar past, like, faint.
Japanese version, Queen will actually say I'm sorry in Japanese and die.
Aww, that's heartbreaking.
Not really, he's trash.
Excuse me. Bias.
Yeah, Queenie has cost me more runs just by wandering off in hallways than not, so I've always taken to the calling Queenie trash every run. Also, wonderful item tower by Shuzo. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Balancing the egg. I would definitely take the egg with you there, Shuzo. The Mahel seed's nice,
especially
but the egg...
Copper Sword. Copper Sword is just... I do not personally care for Copper Sword on re-entry. I just toss it because the chances of finding another weapon or just, giving everybody the finger of shame is just, it's fine. It works.
Was it Flay Fingers is the default one? Yeah. Oh, so there's actually a small thing to be aware of is if you change your weapon, like or mixture magic and stuff like that, you have a small chance of having the spells take a little bit longer to cast. So if you had a Newell as a monster, it's mixture magic would still be strong, but it would have an extra animation and damage thing, which would take up more time. Oh, Shuzo, you left Queenie. Queenie is still at the entrance. Thankfully, Diamond Shield, and thankfully Queenie's a higher level, but Shuzo...
Wait, is that Diamond Shield still cursed?
Yes.
Alright, so they don't... I didn't remember that they don't lose curses when you leave the tower.
Nope, Shuzo, don't do that. It's now down the other hallway. Oh, Shuzo.
This is
okay, there's Queenie.
Starting tournament match. Goodbye,
also,
Kraken. No Krakens here.
Yeah,
I've heard before said is that Kraken Aleem is just made for it.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not one player in the Discord, casually or speedrunning wise, who wants to see a Kraken in an attempt, or like they're just horrible to fight.
Yeah.
Worse if you have a metal sword because they conduct electricity. And Troy on floor 14. This is going to be the last kind of iffy floor this in 15 because then the Krakens and New Wells will disappear. After that, you have like a nice little stint of a lot of wing creatures you can level up on. We obviously have the Balrongs on floor 16 that you can get to.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ice Rock Ball is not that bad. And that's not going to go well. Yeah,
that's
there
what
you
I
go.
figured. I was about to say stall.
Okay, yeah, so floor 15, floor 1. Sorry. Yeah, Shuzo exited. So the left number under Ko's name on Shuzo's side is the current floor. And then the current highest floor the file has gotten to is on the right-hand side. So this is helpful for the stake display because the rules of the tournament basically say whoever gets to the highest floor first will get the point in the match. So you have, if let's say Troy were to die somehow, and die, and then Shizo still got to floor 15 before also got to floor 14, and then as the hour called, technically Troy would get the point because they got to floor. What happened?
Garuda abducted Kyun.
Oh no! Not like that. Also, the fact that Garuda abducted Wooga is amazing as well, just irony-wise. And there we go. There. Okay, so commentary curse aside. Restore scroll? No, okay. Oh yeah, this is... Yeah, I got nothing either, Wooga. That's rough. Hopefully...
Malicious scroll?
hit the chicken. Misstep there, now it's closed the gap. Looks like Troy... Oh no.
Oh no.
So I may have done the curse.
I don't know.
I may have done the commentary curse.
How many fireballs does Troy even have left? Like 2 maybe?
I believe Troy has done 2 charges minimum. I would not have done that one. I would have moved one more. Yeah, now you're stuck between a New Ellen or Ice Rock place. So that's not really the most... Yeah, this is a big waste of time. Now you're confused. Oh, no, you're not. Sorry, no. It's only if you walk into it. So... Okay, that's something. But it looks like the elevator is in the center of the floor. And it also looks like the entire floor layout just goes in a big circle, too.
And since the monsters have a particular pathing, it's very likely that they just get stuck in a loop that Troy has to deal with.
Yeah, the monsters will always... Oh, no.
Oh, the hidden Kraken.
Troy does have a Wing Crystal, and I recommend using that or a Mahel Seed, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Mahel Seed takes 1 turn to activate. So you had to make sure you plan ahead slightly. And it lasts for essentially 4 double turns, so that's how Troy is able to get away from the Kraken there.
Ice Rock on the Kraken?
I think that's probably your best bet there as well.
Because one thing I want to comment on is earlier, Kyun got hit by a wind. He wind seeded the Kraken to give it wind affinity. The Kraken has like a 7 level advantage because Kyun was like level 8 at the time. Was wind affinity against fire, it still did 12 damage. Kraken's hit like a truck.
Yeah,
and there's the Wind Crystal.
Yeah, I really appreciate the Wind Crystal there just because you have a life wand, even if it's a curse diamond shield, it's fine. A re-entry isn't a bad thing. It's only 27 minutes into the match. Both runners are now in their second tower entry, so... Oh, selling the diamond shield, okay. Like, curse or not, having 6 extra defense is still really nice. But I understand not wanting the curse status, because the curse status doesn't go away unless you have a Cure-All herb. Or if you leave the tower. So we're going to see here... Actually, we can change the audio to Shuzo's side here now. Because technically, Shuzo's in the lead, tower wise, not the floor climb.
Yes. Because now Troylus, basically it comes down to if Shuzo can get to floor 15, Shuzo will be ahead until Troy makes back up. So
yes, and then whoever at that time is the highest first will basically get the point.
Is there no audio from Shuzo at the moment?
It might be. I will ping. I'll switch to Troy for now. I'll ping Diesel here. 1 sec here.
Because I know that we've been having a lot of problems when it comes to those side.
Yeah. Anyway, well, as it stands, honestly, like the way this tower kind of is paced. Okay, so we'll stick with Troy's side for now. On game 2 we'll figure out the audio issues on side.
All right.
So the thing which you kind of have to, he's a frog. You have to make sure when you're playing this game, you can go floor to 1 to 5 safely. 6 to 9, you kind of don't want to be on.
Because there's Manueva starts popping up on like 5 and 6 quite a bit.
Yeah.
Blooms and U-boats especially. The U-boats are just a hassle that you don't want to do.
Yeah, and
the only way that you make U-boats not a hassle is by dancing with them, because of the fact that you can basically perpetually keep them under the water, quote unquote, by stepping on them, like trying to path where they are. So like they're easier to deal with than Bloom, because Bloom you just have to fight usually. They're too heavy to pick up, if I remember correctly.
Right. The other thing as well is the weird mechanic that kind of comes into play every now and then is on Shuzo's side, we saw Shuzo eat a medicinal herb. Then Queenie walked up behind Ko. Ko, when eating something, will face the screen. So if you don't command your familiar to stay, they will move behind you and might hit a trap by accident.
Yes.
So you can possibly mess up your movement that way.
Or in terms of somebody who actually, rotates the camera, you just have to rotate the camera so that your familiar is behind you and then eat something.
Yes.
But we know that Shawnee here just hates doing that because, agreeably so, the floor layouts can get you lost if you turn around a whole bunch.
Yeah, and I'm actually notoriously bad for directions. I got lost my own university before on like the first day, so that's just beside the point. Also, we see now a Scarlet Wand on Troy's side, so that means Shuzo never found the Scarlet Wand.
That's surprising considering that just happened on floor like 3.
Mm-hmm. So I think Shuzo's going for the elevators more than items.
Yeah. I in Shuzo's situation where you don't know if you're going to get extra time or not whenever encountering a blue screen of death, could be crunched for time.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, that's fine. This is all for fun, all for education purposes, basically. Like we're not going to. Doesn't matter what level of player you are in this game. Everyone is against the tower when it comes to the speedrun. I've always heavily encouraged people to, if you are able to beat this game, just submit your run of like a 1. So it can be 8 entries into the tower. That's fine. Very few people have actually beaten this game casually. Like this game gets extremely difficult unless you really overpower. And that's the whole point of the game. Is you're supposed to die, re-enter, eventually get really strong monsters, make it up to like floor 20. That might be your next like stopping point for a while, or like after a while, it's like to be able to do this on 1 entry or 1 sitting is still a feat. And I will always encourage everyone that just do what you can. Enter the tower, do whatever. Also, oh yeah, no, yeah. Sorry, I was wondering where Troy's shield went. Troy sold it.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. With 16 damage versus the Manueva, just from the Scarlet Wand. That will be a 2-shot, so that shows the difference between having the same type advantage and the wand.
Ooh, still taking one more hit on Shuzo's side.
Okay, we're still good.
But barely made it. Yeah, one thing that was happening there on Shuzo's side, I feel like they misplayed it a few times. They Mahelseed, and then they didn't pick CUNY up, which means that Ko would have double movement, but Kyun was still on one movement, leaving Kyun behind, getting hit by a bloom, and basically wasting a lot of precious time that Mahelseed barely gave. It's like it's so incredible how every tiny little mistake you can make in this game, especially because, as Tony just said, it is a difficult game. Every mistake you make is a lot more damaging than right decisions sometimes.
Oh, Shuzo's down.
Shuzo's down.
Yeah. All right, so that's... Hopefully Shuzo remembers. This is the one thing I always forget because I'm not used to re-entries like this. You have to go get Queenie from the den. I've seen a couple runners who just bolt to the tower and then forget Queenie, then they're basically doing a familiar just from the equipment. Don't do that. Go get Queenie. So now Shuzo does have a little bit stronger Queenie, but doesn't have a sword or shield or spell balls or anything. So this actually would have been probably a little bit better if Shuzo just took the time and talked to the mom and just deposited some items. But instead just threw everything on the floor and then ran out.
Yep.
Oh well.
So yeah, now Shuzo is completely at the mercy of the tower. There's no buffer of items. All you have is a level, 6 CUNY? And
I want to say yes.
That's it, and that's not a whole lot, especially not for a speed run.
No,
but but we've stated it before, this game is merciless, so Troy could easily just get menageried by every bad monster in the game.
Which, honestly, can easily happen. Level 6, yes, you're right.
Yeah, Shawnee's Shuzo. Shuzo's still in it. Shawnee's also still in it right here talking with us.
Yes.
It's not a ghost.
Well, if I'm with it or not is up to the kids nowadays, right?
Yeah, true.
We see here again Yubo dancing. Troy just not having good luck with monsters being in front.
Oh, and the last... Well, that...
Oh, that's... Okay, nice brainwash, that's fine. But definitely gotta be careful of Queenie.
Yeah. And those missteps. You can't make any... Oh, alright, just fighting the U-boat. That's fine.
That might be...
2 hits here, right?
You gotta be careful of that, because it might have been a high roll for 15, and then looked like a 2-shot, and it might low roll the next one, and then you might miss it.
Yeah,
so
because
you gotta be
the damage in this game is oddly in a parameter of like, oh hey, eventually sometimes your hits are within 13 to 16 damage instead of just a straight up, hey, you know what damage you're gonna put out.
Also, we see here that Troy is fighting pretty much everything on floor 7, which you don't really want to do. But you see Troy standing in the door frames. The door frames are probably the most scariest thing in this game to a lot of runners, because if you get hit by a sleep trap and Queenie's sitting in the door frame, you are technically not in the room with Queenie. And a monster will come up and just pummel Ko to death, and Queenie will sit there and watch. Again, why I call it trash. It has cost me a lot of runs for not helping me and doing whatever.
Huge Holy Bell pickup by Troy.
You always want to have at least a Holy Bell, probably Mahelseed, and definitely a Tamina Fruit if you know how to do the glitch. I see here some Maneva juking. That's really nicely done. Because if you spawn into a bad room, no matter how many resources you have, you might just straight up not be able to do it and die. Having a Holy Bell at least alleviates that one little worry. Like, this isn't that bad. It's a sleeping U-boat and whatever. You can do AI 1 here to get extra attack. Scarlet Wand with the...
Ooh, misclick.
Yep. That's the other thing. This game's really responsive and not really responsive at the same time. There's some weird misinputs. It's a perfectly programmed game that has no issues. Okay, so what glitch Tamina Fruit? Kim, do you want to actually explain it, or do you want me to?
I don't think I know the glitch Tumna fruit thing at the moment.
Okay.
I don't remember it.
That's why I'm here. So Tamuna fruit is probably the most broken thing in the game. People normally look at it and go, haha, froggy fruit. You can throw it at an enemy or you can eat it yourself and turn into a frog. Or if you pick up a monster, which can be picked up, it has to be light. So it can be like an evolved dragon still, because kids are technically liftable. Or it can be Queenie. It can't be a balloon. Balloons are too heavy. That's a whole other side tangent. And a U-boat, or anything that can be picked up, right? If you were to pick up your own pets and then give it the Tamuna fruit, the tile you're sitting on becomes registered as basically an empty tile. You erase your presence from it. Which at that point, you can constantly sit there until Earthquake, if you wanted. You will not take any damage from any monster attacking you.
And all you have to do is hold Kuhn or put Kuhn in your bag to keep anything from aggroing him, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Queenie's not immune to it, but the tile you're standing on is Ko. By using the Tamuna fruit on top of a Ko, essentially erases your presence there. And that has saved a lot of speedruns. I know Leideme got really good at using it. I think it was Flair who found the original one. You could do the same glitch, essentially, if you free or release a monster in the tower above your head as well. Then we found out that Tamuna fruit can also do the same thing. So if you had that beginning Palumpa egg and you hatched it, if you pick up the Palumpa and release it above your head, you are immortal until you move, unless a glacier shoots you. That will knock you out of it.
Oh,
which is
2% on this egg or something like that.
Yeah. I think at that point, unless you get some truth glasses, it's not worth dedicating like 3 minutes to try to hatch it. I'm sorry, I meant to say as well, the runners don't know where each other are other than the blue screen happened.
Yes, the runners are not allowed to know any information on each other. They're not allowed to be in the stream or the chat.
Yeah.
Anything that can give them an advantage knowing what the seed is. So right now, they're basically just blindly running through the tower hoping that they're further than their opponent.
Yeah, and Shuzo with, I think it's the third re-entry now.
Yes.
With a Scarlet Wand, so... You know,
yeah,
that makes a
big
big
Scarlet One. You know, like I said, you're at the mercy of the tower, and Shuzo got blessed.
Yeah. And they say here, Flame Sword, 26 damage, one shot the Cyclone. Okay. Like, you have to still be careful. Like, HP is a resource. I know Sand Knight in particular, and Pule is actually the bigger one as well for the more veteran runners. They will try to either pick up or they will willingly get hit if they know they can survive 2 or 3 hits still. To try to move around, try to do pickups, try to do whatever. I'm quite the opposite. I will only kill things. I will not be the ones to take hits unless I absolutely need to use my HP to get away from a certain situation. And there's a lot of different playstyles in this, and there's no right or wrong one. I know the world record is obscene. With its both, I think, are within 24 minutes, to actually finish the tower, which is crazy to think about. Both with Garuda and without Garuda for the most part, and that one is basically you do glitch entry and you run the tower and try to avoid things. But when it comes to do a consistent run, you're not going to have a lot of options other than. You have to make sure you know how much damage everything does. If you have a Scarlet Wand, how much damage can you do in this one? You gotta be really careful with that Griffin.
Troy, yeah, really sitting there holding onto it for a lot longer than I was anticipating.
The thing is, you can throw a monster into another monster in a hallway and they will both turn around.
Yes.
So that is decent because Troy's had some really bad luck with monsters appearing in the hallways.
Don't they have like a wiggle off of your hand though eventually?
No.
Oh.
Only if you get hit with or if you hit a bump trap where you fall. If you get hit by a projectile or something like a bowgun or a fireball, or you get hit yourself, or you hit a sleep trap or something to cause you to drop it, that's the only way it will actually. Otherwise, you can just hold on to the plump of the entire floor. Horza. One of the other runners, we have leave Fruit on the Kraken. Absolutely perfect option.
Goodbye.
Ooh, Shuzo's actually has a height disadvantage right now, so this is going to be a 3-shot to get rid of this one Miniva. Because they have 27 health or something, I think, or 26 health. But there you go. All right. The height advantage and disadvantage add the same amount of factor to the damages output that you get with the same type of attack bonus or with a wand. So if you have all three of those things and have the height advantage, you could basically kill everything.
It's especially handy for keeping your health pool up.
Yeah. Ooh, 18. That's a big crit from the volcano. Yeah, honestly, if Troy were to move a couple spaces back and have the height advantage versus the volcano, that would have been much better. Not keeping the light seed and the sea seed is kind of odd, because you can switch back and forth, but with now 16 minutes left, probably not going to get to the wind floors very quickly, and probably better to stay... get to the fire floors. I think floor 30.
Yeah. I'm also surprised that Troy didn't just feed those to... Other than the leva, because you can't feed leva to CUNY. But, surprised that he just doesn't care about MP. He is on the run for speed strat. And Kyun is at 100 MP, so I guess it doesn't matter. That 3 MP you get from miscellaneous fruits and herbs. Because you do get, every time you feed a familiar, any sort of herb or fruit, it gets 3 MP.
Yes. And honestly, it is worth...
it adds up, it really does.
Yeah, because every mixture magic takes up like a third of an MP or so. So that's like 9 free attacks for a useless herb. Oh, U-boat didn't go very far for Shuzo's side. Oh, slime trap. Also, the one thing that runners have to be aware of is you always see these like slam traps or sleep traps just around the elevator. That's just random. You can't plan for that. When they sit there, they check every tile going up and up the tower. You can't have traps beneath the elevator.
Yep.
I've been hit by a paralysis trap on the elevator before.
Alright, 2 things. One, I feel like Shuzo made a mistake just going from floor 9 to 10. There was no monsters in the vicinity, and they were on like 11 health, and they went up the elevator immediately instead of waiting to heal up. Which could cost them a lot right here, because they're still teetering on 11 HP.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. Yeah, if you were to literally wait, you can recover your HP. A lot of Tamers fruits. I'd really like the seed in particular.
Wake up herb is not useful because you cannot wake up Ko if Ko is asleep.
Yep.
And since typically almost everybody runs Kyun behind, because if you run Kyun to the side of you, Kyun can trip traps. But if Kyun is behind you, you're going to already be touching the tiles that Kyun would walk on, so Kyun's almost never going to hit a trap.
Yeah, that's the whole point as well.
Wake up herbs are just, they're 3 MP, that's it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you kind of want that to have Ko hit all the traps. It's really annoying to hit a paralysis trap or a sleep trap or whatever. It's one thing for, Queenie to hit, a sleep trap. Then you just kind of pick him up and carry him with you for a while. What's the best monster there? Picket's behind him.
Yeah. Alright, so on Troy's end, we're not going to see Barong Gotcha at all. It is 47 minutes in, so he's going for time.
Yep, although he does look like he has a little elevator train going on right now, too. So, that's quite nice.
Also, another thing for Shuzo I would do is set up and make sure Kyun is next to Ko when fighting those Dreamin', because the Dreamin' have a good chance of prioritizing hitting Kyun. And since Kyun is fire, the pickets would do like 4 damage, and it would save a lot of health pool. As well as the fact that Shuzo does not have a shield, so Shuzo's taking even more damage. And the Dreaming can just put Ko to sleep at any time, and if that happens, if Kyun is already next to Ko, it helps save time because Kyun will just aggro the Dreamin' immediately.
And we are on to Viper Town on Troy's side, so that's floor 20. This is where the game says, please die. If you're a fire creature on here, there's a lot of horrible things. This is normally if you have a couple seeds, like the fire seed or the light seed and the sea seed. You can kind of go back and forth a little bit. But these winged creatures here, they're good. They're unicorns. They give you a good source of experience. Ooh, we might lose. Oh, no, Queen's going to get survived. That's going to be a good chunk of HP from Griffin hitting with Rise. But these ones can cause blind. They're really annoying. And those little spiders up there, they hit like a truck. They actually are probably one of the stronger things in the tower.
A balloon. That's not as useful.
That's not really worth it at all.
Yeah, it would be useful if it was like 20 minutes into the run and you're doing a re-entry.
Yeah.
But no, not here.
Yeah, well, even that, you'd have to bring it and raise it up to be able to do that. I think that was really Shuzo just not wanting the egg, just not worth it.
Being scared of the volcano, hard to tell.
Honestly, the volcanoes do hit hard. They do have
especially any shield.
Exactly, that's the thing, is with a shield. Okay, so we have Shuzo's audio back as well. Thank you, Diesel. So we can switch back and forth if need be. But right now, floor 22 is a nice little stint to push. We have a Viper there. If you had an extra egg with you, you could manipulate the Viper's AI because they like to eat eggs. There's a lot of weird nuanced things about this game, which a lot of people don't clue in. Like if you have a Griffin, Pickets won't steal from you, which sounds good on paper until you only have like 4 HP left and you're hoping the steal will go away from you. So there's a kind of small things. There's a stealth. Thank you. Nope.
Oh. Juked.
Yeah, you have to be actually. Yeah, that's going to be no miss. Okay, good.
Yeah, if Troy missed there, that would have just been it.
Yeah. Oh, so back to that egg room with Shuzo, but now stuck between 2 griffins.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't think that other griffin is in the room.
Ooh, no, but he does have 2 HP, so he's kind of have to make a call there and survive.
Yes.
So
23.
That is a dead Queenie.
23!
The hypnosis.
Oh no, asleep. Okay.
Yeah. If the Dreamer would have hit Queenie, it would have actually got the rare kill.
Oh no, didn't have another charge on the acid rain ball.
Yeah, no, that's it's always one charge.
I think those are almost always just at 1 charge.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you use a white sand on them.
Ooh, what is Troy doing? Switching away. Trying to conserve MP or something. I don't know. You should just always be doing mixture magic versus unicorns. We see Shuzo trying to decide. Holy Scroll probably is... Yeah, I was going to say, probably the best bet for Shuzo to survive and then plan around it. Queenie's obviously dead. That's a bit of an issue.
Oh,
the snake is now a frog.
I feel like this is done for If I was in Shuzo's boots, I would be so disheartened.
Honestly, Shuzo's really good at shrugging off things as well.
It's good to have that kind of mentality. Listen to the soundtrack for a moment.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh, acid rain.
Massive.
Oh, so all the wind creatures survive. So yeah, here's some pummeling.
Mirror shield coming in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
But unicorns can't be blinded, if I remember correctly, so...
That might be more annoying. Okay, good. And then that hurts. And... Okay, that... Should be able just to walk to the elevator now.
No.
Holy Bell, there we go.
No, if Troy tried that, I'm pretty sure Troy would have gotten 2-shot.
Well, the thing is, I think the elevator triggers first, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, no, it's movement, then actions, and then floor stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was had to use that Holy Bell, or, yeah, pretty much exactly Holy Bell. So there's a dead acid rain ball in Troy's inventory, but Troy can hold on to it in hopes that a white sand comes along, so it's not useless just yet.
Yeah, and honestly, that's a really nice thing, is if you're able... Ooh, no one likes zoos. If you end up like holding a really good spell ball, it's honestly really nice just to hold it for a while. More froggy fruits. You like zoos? Well, they cost me a marathon run when I was racing for charity, so you know. I try to paralyze them. Fun fact: they can't be paralyzed, and the community will let me live that down.
Okay, there we go.
Was able to take one hit no matter what, but that's definitely the right choice to do for survivability. Thank you, Fleshy, and Revan, and everyone else who wants to say Bark or Bork. Jerks. Yeah, I got really screwed up in a marathon before, and running this game in a marathon setting and assuming you're going to beat it is one of the very most unsafe things you can do for speedrunning. So far, I'm 1-1. If I find one more marathon to do it in, I will decide if I'm good or bad at the game.
Valid.
Yeah, it'll either be have a 66% win rate or 66% loss rate marathons. 25 going on 5 more floors. Honestly, hopefully white sand? Red? Nah, that's worthless. You can't temper wands unless it's one certain wand.
Yeah, training wand, best wand.
It is until you hit a kraken, because it actually conducts electricity, unfortunately.
That's
I've done questing for glory, hope and healing, questing for glory 4 was the one, and then RPG Blitz were the marathons. Run by High Spirits and Ghost Kumo.
Is this a fresh fire? Yeah, that's a fresh fire.
Yeah,
from the tower, not the original fire.
Yeah, that Troy had to, and I think Shuzo's calling it. Oh no, is that another blue screen?
It might be. It might very well be.
It's worked fine for 4 days, and today it wants to misbehave. That's always the case. Another blue screen, okay. Well, I think if nothing else, that calls the match for Troy. Because even with re-entries at this point, I don't think if you add the 8.5 minutes on that one, I don't think the 13.5 minutes Shuzo can go from a start of a seed to floor 28 when we know what's in floor 1.
Yes. Plus, I think it's just safe for the sanctity of the stream is to hold on to that extra time so that Shuzo can, in case anything else happens, we have extra time rather than trying to just grasp at straws. But
yeah, so I will mark Troy as winning this one because, well, let's face it, with the blue screen, I think that cemented it. So that's fine. That's whatever. So this is Chai's messaging, but either way, as it is, 40 damage. Ugh. Yeah. Mandaras are squishy, but they still hit hard. Although they're a great source of experience if you have a water seed.
Correct.
Oh, we got the balloon that's hatched at level. What level? That's a level 69 balloon, technically. That could not one-shot the Naples, because Napleses are just insane.
Napleses are just built different.
Yeah.
They sleep. Their gains are based on sleep. That's how they get their gains.
Yeah. You have 4 turns without using a binding ball. So the binding ball, there you go. It's always guaranteed 4 turns.
Good.
So
use of maneuvering.
Yep. Let me see here, just trying to find the thing.
In a weird spot here.
Ooh. No. That's the last thing you want to see, truthfully. A slow trap has probably cost more runners a run than probably, well, apart from the warp trap. It doesn't last for very long, realistically, but it can turn a situation where you're relatively under control to everything's out of control. Just give me a sec here.
Troy has made it to floor 29. Do we want to call or wait for the extra minute and 20 seconds?
I think Shuzo's loading up the second seed and getting the screen going. I'm asking what's happening for the next rounds because Shuzo's computer is going to be having issues. Okay, so Shuzo has C2 loaded up, so...
All right. So congratulations to Troylus for the first round.
All the snow. Also, snowmen are also some of the worst things to find as well. They are way too bulky, despite what they look like.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, so you can see the XRNG there. That was made by a programmer to show that if someone is running the game, you can see when it's actually the randomizer. We also tested out what happens if you kill Ko in these cutscenes, and it just goes back to the title screen. There's nothing really special about that. So welcome, Speed Gaming 2. Okay, so once we get the seeds loaded up, I posted the things in the chat here. What's the next? 07357. That'll be the next ones. If you want to go use the bathroom or anything like that, feel free to. There's Credit Star, wonderful programmer.
I'm good to just sit here and chill for now.
Okay. Just waiting for Troy to load the next seed. And once they're good, we can count them down, get them going, and hopefully less computer issues, but that's unfortunately the case. I am... hey, if you want to play, we have a Discord. Is that the command? There we go. We have a Discord. We have over 600 members now. It's just a general community. You don't have to be a speedrunner to join it. If you want to watch more matches, we can give you a 0 watchers tag. And in general, we're just happy, friendly people. We're just happy enjoying a game together. So if you want to join, feel free to. If you want to play it, if you want to stream it, stream it. You have a bunch of people to watch. Trust me, everyone enjoys watching, no matter what level of player it is. People somehow watch me play the game. I'm just slow and I kill everything. So.
Slow and steady gets you consistent runs, from my experience. And I'd rather watch somebody get close to floor 40 than somebody get to floor 14 3 times in a row and we not see the actual later parts of the game.
Mm-hmm. Also, come here. There's a message for you in the general chat for Speed Gaming 5.
Okay.
Discord noises or something's popping up on our sides.
That's odd because they shouldn't be, but I will mess with that.
Yeah, I have shimmer mode enabled right now, so it shouldn't be my side, but either way, we'll figure that out. 07357. I will get them ready to go. Oh, Troy is getting a quick snack. Okay. Good seeds nonetheless. It also actually might be possibly Troy's side, because Troy's audio is being played. So it might be on his side. He might have audio from the desktop being broadcasted. Because I don't think it's on either of our sides. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't see anything on my side, Diesel. So, but anyway, we're going into round 2. Too late to join? You should be able to join the Discord. What was it saying? Too late. What's too late to join?
Okay, the popping in and out live on air room was me, Diesel. That was definitely me, so I fixed that.
Cool.
So that shouldn't be happening any longer.
Okay. Do you want to count them down with the command?
Yes.
The almighty curry bot.
So both seeds are good to go, and they both said same. All right.
But yes, we're going into second one. We'll explain the game again, just for anyone who's new, popping in or came from the raid. This is Azure Dreams. It's a PlayStation 1 roguelike tower dungeon crawler game. The whole point is get from floor 1 to floor 40 and prove your dad is a bad person, or not a bad person, a bad monster tamer, because you can do it better than him. You have the same 5 items and plus a pita fruit. We start outside the house for timing because this game is so random. We actually can't RNG manipulate anything, so this was just simpler to do. And the 5 items we'll get in the tower is, apart from Queenie, we'll get a medicinal herb, a copper sword, a wooden shield, a fireball, and an egg that will be a random color, but it will be a Palumpa of roughly 84% heat. And once you get to floor 2, everything is procedurally generated until floor 40, or 39, or floor 40. And yeah, this is the start tournament. This is a tournament for new players. Shuzo's timer did not go off again, so give me a sec here. I'll just I start my timer on my side.
All right, thank you.
It's good to have one back anyway. And yeah, I just enjoy commentating this game. It's always fun to watch. This is a very punishing game, and these are wonderful players who are taking up Lambor. What?
Lambor? I don't know what that is, but
all right, we're good. Please explain. And also,
I'm pretty sure. I think isn't glitch entry allowed?
It is actually allowed if you want to. Not particularly for the new runners, but if, let's say, Kim wanted to join, she could absolutely do glitch entry. It's just, exactly, Plushie's right. It'd be extremely disadvantageous in this current format, unless it's most likely a joke thing that both players will do, just to, like, hey, friendly third, I already won or something, let's do glitch entry and have fun. And normally Wooga and Septic and Revan and all these other ones are able to do that. I'm really bad at it. I need Queenie to be able to fight. I'm not very good at
it. Seen as a disadvantage. Also, one thing about the way that the seeded tournament... Wow, one-shotted.
Mm-hmm. If you throw swords at the early level, they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'm shocked that happened, though. Troy didn't even check if it might have been like a fire sword. I would not have done that.
We'll see on... Yeah, it's a fire sword.
Hey, it is exactly a fire sword.
Yeah, I would honestly keep that because that's still 5 attack and plus the fire trait, so that's going to hold you probably to floor 10 easily for a lot of... Oh, so Shuzo is straight to floor 3. Screw resources.
Shuzo's putting up hands.
Yeah. Shuzo's going for straight...
Is their audio messed up again?
I'm trying to use the audio. It might have messed up something since last time. Let's see if I turn it up a little more. I don't hear any audio, so we'll switch back just for now.
Uh-oh. Shuzo just stepped up to a flame after taking a sled. I would not. That's risky.
Okay.
Alright, there we go.
Shuzo's thing is hiccuping, so I might do the thing again. So, Revan or Chai, if you're in chat, what's your verdict on save states to prevent blue screen time loss? Because let Shuzo know if that's allowed or not. And then, I don't want to keep posting the spoiler thing in case Troy's reading and getting distracted. Hey, that's my phone. Give me 1 sec. I have a phone call apparently. So it's all up to you, Kim.
All right, I got you. So yeah, as was being discussed, we'll see what the verdict is on whether or not save state is allowed for this tournament in particular, at least. Shumaro Seed for Shuzo here, which increases defense by 1. Are you just gonna eat it straight off the bat? No, you're not. I wouldn't. It's just 1 extra defense. It helps you. But Shuzo is making good distance. 4-4. It's a decent inventory. And an advantage of a fire sword that you're not equipping for some reason. I'll have to ask about that potentially in the interview, because that fire sword would take 9 damage up to at least 15, I would say. It's a very good dramatic increase, where you go from 3-shotting this flame to 2-shotting it. And 1-shotting it if you have height advantage. And see here, Troy is just immediately using that Shumaro Seed. And one thing about the way that this tournament is with seeds is every seed, the first entry is the exact same layout for both players. The only things that changes RNG-wise is the steps the players decide to make, and the monster AI in certain rooms, because typically monsters always have, I think, on turning right. So eventually the monsters will get to a room, and then I think on entering that room, if it's a 3 or 4 door room, the monster will pick and choose one based on its AI. So that's where the RNG starts to come in a little bit per floor, as well as on floor 16, 26, and 36. You get just complete RNG with Barongs based on steps as well. And Barongs is just gotcha.
Yeah, but they're fun gotchas though.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially whenever you get busted items from them.
Yes, the game actually is supposed to check for rarity with Balrongs, but they programmed it wrong, which, to be fair, actually makes it more enjoyable. Oh, we got the crack trap. They're actually ruining the actual floor.
Yep.
I'll message Revan quickly about that. I just saw that in the chat too.
Right now, I'm surprised that Shuzo didn't find that decurse scroll, because there's a decurse scroll, there's a Golflin sword, there's a fire sword, there's so many unused resources that I'm just like that Shumaro Seed. Does Shuzo know what Shumaro does?
I think he does, but the thing is, again, until you need inventory space and you're still in the very early floors, there's not really too much of a reason to use it. Like, it's nice to use right away, but at the same time, he's currently running away from a flame right now, so. Does Shuzo never? No, Shuzo never commanded Queen to be behind.
Oh. Oops.
This is where, okay, using Shuzo as an example. Sorry, Shuzo, if you watch this back. This is why you always put Queenie behind you, is because the floors and the way they tend to be is they will have one side, really 2 width or something, like both the runners are right now. And because of that, Queenie won't walk where he's supposed to walk. If he's always behind you, you can always assume he's behind you, and that works really well. But having him on diagonal means he can be hit by warp traps, or he can be hit by slam traps, set off bomb traps to destroy items, or all sorts of horrible things. And if you get hit by a trap, that's one thing. That's annoying, but whatever. If Queenie gets hit by a warp trap, you don't know where he warped to. If you get hit by a warp trap, you can hold select, look at the map, see where the pink dot is, and then figure out where to go. Which makes a really, really big difference when it comes to it. So, like you have to really. I know Adar's is the first ever run of this game. Actually, he never used to put Queenie behind him when we first started the community, and there was a lot of deaths where he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine," and whatever. And his clown got smacked by a slam trap, and it's fire based, so it would just die in one hit, or something would get exploded and die, or whatever. And it was always the same case. He never decided to change it. It was always one of those things where, in our community, we really encourage it, that we we really encourage it that you have Queenie behind you to save Queenie from traps, mostly because of warp traps, truthfully. But and we see here, both on floor 5 now. Technically, Shuzo was here first.
Yep.
So Shuzo's technically in the lead. Floor 6, if they go up. Yep.
Yep, still in lead, but I just checked and the audio is still not going from what I can tell.
Yeah. I think just Shuzo's computer issues are just going to be... We're just going to stick to Troy's side for audio for now.
Yep.
Also, if anyone's ever seen...
in this scenario, we always follow the person who is in first audio, just so that it's sort of like, hey, let's see how they're going.
Yeah, but if anyone is ever like, curious about like how it is to speedrun this game, it is very scary. Like, both runners right now are doing something the game really didn't intend you to do. It wants you to die early, get Queenie a little bit stronger, keep going in, eventually find resources, and then making your way up. That's the second bomb trap in a row against Troy there.
Smart thing, healing up a bit before going up the elevator.
Mm-hmm. But like floor 6 to 9, again, this is the kind of floors where you really don't want to be part of. You see here on Shuzo's side, Cyclone will be a little bit annoying. That's going to be... Okay, you can... As long as... Okay, now... Yeah, exactly. That's the right thing to do. There you go. You move Queenie away from danger, and you take out the Cyclone. The maneuvers are very dumb for being aggroed, and they actually walk the other way entirely. Didn't wait long enough, though. One was still in the room.
Yeah.
It happens. Honestly, that's when you do turn the camera. Oh, got the paralysis. The paralysis is the same chance as a crit, I believe.
That's all right, from my experiences.
Yeah, we also see here that Troy is doing a very advanced way of keeping U-Boat at bay, which is actually, yes, exactly, is exquisite. Because what's happening here is he purposely delayed him by a space, and Queen's always moving into that new space. Now it's not going to do that anymore. But by doing that, you always have... yeah, that is probably what's going to be standard in the community now for... That's Ruga's way. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Also, that's a big hit against Queenie there. Okay, you can only take one more.
Risky.
What do you do?
Tumna? No?
You can play the 1 and 8 and go for the Confusion Scroll. No, that is a wonderful U-boat dancing, though. That is probably the prime example of that.
Yes. That was absolutely... you just get nothing but consistency with that setup.
Yeah. Trying again very quickly just to make sure... Nope, there goes Queenie.
Oh, no.
So, there's another... Okay, that one is... Okay. You're taking some hits.
Go for the elevator, take a hit.
I would have walked up one just to see what the fruit was. You have a space in your inventory. You could have just picked it up and put it in.
No. I think he was getting too swamped.
He has an acid rain ball. He could have actually killed everything there.
True.
So
that is true.
But either way, Troy's no Queen.
Maybe he feels he needs to hold on to that acid rain ball.
Also, other small thing. There's an egg in the top left hand of this this floor.
Troy.
You notice the spinning. So
I didn't catch it on Troy's end.
It's either an egg or the elevator, one of the two. It flashed very briefly at the start.
Right.
So it should be... Oh, so monsters will always have their left hand on the wall. Is the way you can think about how they move. So by doing that, you can see how... it's like dodging all the rooms that the camera turned by.
And there's an example of where they don't turn left, as if there's a room with 3 doors.
Yeah. No, that's going to aggro. Yeah, you got to... There you go. Do this, let the bloom pass, like... Although I don't know which way is up anymore on Troy's side, actually, so I have no idea which side it's which.
Yeah.
This is why I don't turn the camera. That's going to turn to approach, so yeah. That's... One more? Okay, there we go.
And then gonna hold it as a door stopper.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're gonna be able to throw it or do whatever.
Oh no.
Ooh. Dreamers aren't scary until you're pinned between another monster.
Oops, what?
That's the wrong herb. Oh no. Yeah, definitely fireball. Yeah. It's definitely the wrong move there. That was a little bit of a misclick menu.
Yep.
We see Shuzo throwing shields and trying to weaken up the balloon before having to fight it. Just whatever. Just yeet the inventory. Oh gosh. Troy is not having luck with monsters being in front right now. No, that was the elevator then.
Yep.
I saw something flash and it was like raised, so I thought it was either egg or elevator, but...
Whenever you actually see more of the elevator than just the top, it does have a similar color palette kind of as an egg, almost. So...
Yeah, also, I always forget about doing this. There's the runners. You can check them out. Oh, we got the egg bomb, we got the plumpa. Hopefully there's nothing else behind that one, or else that would have been very bad. Oh, there you go, elevator.
Oh,
so,
no.
That's a warp trap. Oh, no.
This is rough. Oddly enough, volcanoes chunky boys, but you can pick them up. All right.
Yeah, but balloons are too heavy. That one really, really makes me mad. The things that naturally float are too heavy. But like, but what about Garudas? You can pick up Garudas.
Yes. Pick up Garudas. You can pick up Barongs, even though they look like they're super beefy.
The one that actually bugs me the most is the Garuda, because the Garuda, when it sleeps, has an anchor.
Yes.
So you can pick up the anchor with the Garuda on top of it as a straight object, but you can't pick up the balloon, which is full of hot air. That still bugs me.
Oh my goodness, Troy is just dancing with death over here. Okay, doorstop achieved, doorstop used.
Yeah, Plushie is actually right. Barongs don't exactly keep food in, so they're probably quite light. It's true.
Fair.
I remember when Full Featureitis was learning this game as well. She was very adamant about turning the camera, and to this day, if I play this game for anything, she will always comment on how I will always get into situations which I shouldn't by walking into monsters, but the way I play is I'm very aggressive and I'll fight everything, but I'm consistent versus not being prepared for whatever. Like, if you do AI 1 strats perfectly, you should be able to kill most Krakens. Not Krakens, sorry, Griffins. Krakens you just want to avoid in general. They're just horrible things.
I don't understand Troy's reasoning right there. Can you explain to me the reasoning of not picking up and equipping that Scorch Shield?
Honestly, at this point, probably trying to avoid curses. And also, if it's a curse and you come across a Kraken, you're going to be taking a lot of extra... Or sorry, not Kraken, a wind creature. You're going to be taking a... No, water, yeah, sorry. I was right about that. The Krakens will do a lot more damage. If you want a curse shield, you want...
True.
Because for the most part, you're still never going to be fighting most...
Wind.
Yeah. Like, the golems and other things like that, you just don't want to tangle with. But if you're stuck with a cursed Scorch Shield, although it's nice, like, the big water monsters are really going to hit you hard for this elemental disadvantage.
That's very fair.
So it's,
the floor that we're on is really ouchy.
Yeah, especially because the next couple floors is the heavy kind of early water floors with the new wells, Krakens, and stuff like that, which the big bulky monsters are just annoying. There's the blue collar.
Blue collar, but it's a little useless when you have no egg and no familiar, but re-entry could be useful.
Yep, it's also the thought that counts. Yeah, so that's gonna go one way.
Left. The others are gonna turn left. Unlucky, but the elevator is not there, so there's only 1 or 2 more places it could be.
Yep, and also Troy did not aggro the monsters, so we see here Shuzo also doing U-boat dancing with the U-boat. Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's
I would
probably...
say fireball the U-boat. No, because then the other U-boat just dropped. I think...
No, what you should do is Acid Rain. Acid Rain, there goes the Queenie. Acid Rain would drop the U-boat in front of you when you use the ball. The ball would then...
Does it work in like just like the one tile adjacent to you?
When you're in the hallway, it hits the 8 spaces around you, actually.
Oh, okay.
So it theoretically can save you that way. It's one of those things where it's really, really sketchy at times when it comes to like when you should use it and stuff. But being surrounded by a bunch of very chompy fish probably is a good part. Also, no one likes seeing U-boats. Like, that's still universally agreed on too.
Yeah, I think the only time that anyone likes seeing U-boat is as an egg, because the scout feature is one of the more sort of speedrun game-breaking things you can do, just because of the consistency you can get out of being able to see the entire map, every floor, as long as you got the MP for it.
Yes, and especially if you have a Leolam fruit, because you can just use it and then bag the U-boat and then keep the Leolam fruit in effect. Or a basic herb, just recover like 3 MP, and then you just use it again.
Yep.
So we see Shuzo figuring out where the elevator is, because that's a long walk with a U-boat nonetheless. We also see Troy just looking hopefully for a restore scroll or something.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they're oh, Shuzo. That's like 3 U-boats now on you.
Okay, there is a scroll on floor 16, but Troy doesn't want to risk going for it against this troll. I would fire... Honestly, with that scroll right there, I would just fireball this troll and be like, yeah, uh-oh.
Okay, so this is where you would place an item in front and then block off that hallway with the Miniva. Because then you deal with the troll safely, and then you can move on. So let's see if... No!
No?
We're gonna... Because the thing is, the Minivas here are a little bit bulkier than what you would like.
Yeah, and Troy's level is only level 6, so that's a win. Is that... Oh, no.
Nope, that's the right choice. That is going to save him.
Yep.
Level 7, level 8, level 9. And that's as a clone. That'll only do like 1 damage to you anyway, so it's not really that threatening.
I really want to see Troy go for that scroll in that room, because that could be the restore scroll that he needs.
Mm-hmm. Also, again, Shuzo just having a walk with all the fish.
Yep.
Still.
Troy, there was a scroll, please. You're going to make me cry.
Yeah, again, this game gets very scary when you have familiars. Ooh.
Don't do it. No, that's not... Oh. Okay, Troy is playing a different fucking... a different level of this game, like 3D chess.
Yeah.
Like, it is so amazing to see how differently people can think and play this.
And the thing is, that's the nice thing about this community, is everyone does have a different play style. Like, I play... If we were to compare, I'd be a little bit like Sand Knight and a little bit
my
like...
goodness.
Oh! As long as that egg doesn't get stolen, we have an entirely different speedrun on our hands. So, yeah, this will be something. And again, Troy was taught by Wooga, the Garuga himself. So, this is going to be very interesting to see.
Fireball. Don't want to deal with that picket. And then probably just gonna find the elevator and get that egg as hatched up as you... Oh, another fireball. Move diagonal and then fireball it. Per chance. No.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay,
right.
There you go. Yeah, farthest possible point, throw it, and then get to the elevator, and then try to...
Oh, all right. There was a sand, which could have been a white sand, and maybe a, the wand doesn't matter because Garuda.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, wind crystalling here and Garudaing through the rest of the game might not be bad, but...
Definitely Wind Seed and then Fireball the spider here. That's exactly the right choice if there's still a Fireball. That's a problem. We also see Shuzo saying hi to every little bit of wildlife there. That's a wind crystal moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloom Clown Frog.
That's so unfortunate because Shuzo had a chance of finding that exact same Garuda egg.
Mm-hmm. We know about it. Shuzo won't now, so. And then Troy is just trying his best to stay with
behind the Arachne.
Yeah, but also you don't want the picket to steal. Oh, we're gonna do the. There we go. You put the item on the ground, and that's technically what the item will be stolen if it traces the steal. So that is a perfect opportunity to make sure you save the Garuda egg. Because if that egg gets stolen, that is that's also going to be the picket that has the.
Is it curse roll this time? Might? Okay.
Oh no, it's not. Let's try to pick it up. Nope. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Oh, they actually did pick it up, and it just. There you go. Also, I would have said the curse scroll just because of
Yes.
You want the Garuda to be fire type. You don't want it to be vulnerable to.
That's why I was also confused on just ditching that fire seed.
Yeah.
Because any bomb trap, cross bomb trap, will potentially one shot Troy's Garuda once Troy gets around to it. All right.
Just feeding all the wildlife.
Still holding on to these decurse scrolls.
Yeah, the thing is, if you already have like. Your now mind is set and looking at every hallway every time for any monster.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fair.
On Arachne floors.
Yeah. Now, this is where you turn the camera a lot, truthfully. Also,
Shuzo's doing our item towers again. Thank you, Shuzo.
I appreciate that. Also, keeping the Acid Rainbow with 1 charge in it. It's always nice to see. Also, if you ever find glasses in this game, you see the Star of Truth. Keep them or use them. If you know how many charges something has, it's vital information. If you pass by them and leave them on the ground, that's useless. Like, they are really one of the best things to always pick up, no matter what. The Garuda type Garuda is hatched. Yeah, I know, right, Gene? So, this is an entirely different speedrun now for Troy's side. Floor 19, we will see... Okay, floor 20. Also, that little rumble after jumping off that high technically wakes up monsters in the room.
Yeah, it does. Too noisy.
Yep. Ko has iron boots on or something, but we're going to see here safe Garuda struts by walking into it, and then basically like a warp trap or abduct, be able to warp wherever you want, or not wherever you want, randomly, hopefully near the elevator, and you can get out of basically every situation with this, as long as you don't hit a bomb trap and kill the Garuda. But we'll see here. We'll walk back into it again. There we go. Yeah, simple as this. And you don't have to be a high level for.
Misclick.
Yeah.
But fixed it.
So this is like this is the reason we like have the leaderboard split, because Garuda legitimately broke the game for speedruns. Because if this ability costs, like, 5 or 10 MP a piece, it wouldn't be the worst. It costs the same as Queenie's Mixture Magic. So it has, like, 240 uses or something like that on it. Which is bonkers. Yeah. And if you have a Peter Fruit, you get extra, like, 100 or 150 uses on it, so... Garuda is beyond broken, and... Nope, going for the pickup first. Okay. Wants to see what's in that room. Just copper. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Gotta be careful. Like, if run to those elevators. If you hit a warp trap or something, or
especially with a Garuda like that, that'd be so disheartening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we do have additional Acid Rain, though.
Oh no!
Oh no! You can't command when you're a frog.
We're gonna go away from the Viper or risk the elevator?
Oh no.
No.
Garuda, don't defend! Don't defend!
Accidentally passed the Garuda just enough into the room to get aggro on that Viper. Yeah. Because Ko is a frog.
Oh no.
Get aggro.
No, Garuda!
That's so unfortunate.
That hurts physically.
And now the real big problem is because Garuda's gone, and Garuda was hatched. Oh, is that a? Don't tell me that's a restore scroll. Okay.
Holy. Okay.
Because Garuda was hatched in the elevator, what will happen is if Troy does end up wind crystalling or fainting, that Garuda is gone forever.
Yep. It's a one-time use if you hatch it in the monster or hatch it in the tower.
So Troy is basically playing solo until he finds a restore scroll.
Yeah, and that's like this is a pretty decent like set going on right now. This is 28 minutes in. Honestly, I could see this going either way for like Troy is in not a good position right now with the inventory. They have a Holy Scroll and a Fireball and Acid Rain, but really nothing else. And that's kind of scary on that one because you don't have a lot of options here, and we're going to see the zoo is going to be friend for the floor because of the Holy Scroll. But you want to kind of conserve it, either be it Meat Shield or you either want it to be a Meat Shield or you want it to take out the water creatures that it stumbles across.
Where is this elevator? The game.
Yeah, that's always the fun game to play.
Viper pickup.
Nope.
Viper.
One more hit and you're dead. They are extremely scary. What are you doing?
Hoping the Viper attacks Zoo.
Nope. It's too high up.
Yes.
Now it would be able to.
Troy got confused there.
Yeah. Perspective is it literally. I would move one more diagonal down and then use a medicinal herb. Oh, that's going to kill his friend as well. Oh, it wasn't strong enough.
Oh, unfortunate. All right, Troylus on the lead at floor 24, but no inventory and a level 11, 8 Kyun. He lost that Kyun really early on.
Yeah. Also, we see here on Shuzo's side all the lag because of the one-room floor on floor 3.
At least you know where everything is.
But at the same time, everything knows where you are too.
All of the monsters on the floor know where you are.
Yeah, so it's not as good for that one. But honestly, I'm happy.
6, 5. This is that's rough.
We'll go behave. If someone wants to use safe strats, they're allowed to. Yes, we'll always blame Sand Knight, don't worry. Shuzo getting another paralyzed from the paralyzed one there. But yeah, this game is very laggy when there's a lot of stuff on screen and one-room floors do not help. But you can actually see when the game is loading when it's a one-room floor because it will chug the loading screen. It's actually kind of an interesting. Another paralyzed. Wow, the one actually putting in work.
I think paralyzed is a little bit more consistent than crits from my experiences with it. I don't know if we have somebody who knows the actual numbers, but it does not feel like. What is crit's chance anyway at base? Like %?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Like crit. What is the chance?
Oh, I think it's like 4% or something. It's not very high.
It seems lower. It really does seem lower than Paralyzed 1.
Yeah. Because I think they're the same percentage. I'm not 100% sure. Also, I do love how the noises look like they're saxophone players when they get hit. Just do it a solo. It's great. You won't be able to unsee it now, too. When they die, you'll see them like just do a jazz
solo. Their departure is a jazz solo now.
That's actually in our Discord. We actually have the emote for that.
There's so many good emotes in the Discord.
Yeah, we've had some really amazing artists decide to. There you go.
That's a huge pickup on. Oh well, Troy is back in the game with one uncursed diamond shield.
Which honestly, with strong Queenie, does make a big difference. Like at level 5, you still can get up pretty decently.
Yeah. Thankfully, if Shuzo re-enters, which Shuzo did, Shuzo should have gotten that same layout, right? No, the second entry is different? Is that what it is?
No, Shuzo is on third, I believe.
Really? Alright.
Unless this is a one-room floor, there are different entries. Sorry, for the next floor for Troy. Because was it? We were spending so much time watching Troy. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see if the next floor is a one-room floor. Because if that's the case, they're on the same tower.
You could be right that Shuzo is on the third entry. Because
oh no. Thankfully, I love that frog icon for the record.
It's cute.
Yeah. Let's see here. That's a one-room floor. Yeah, they're on the same scene.
Somehow Shuzo missed out on that diamond shield.
Just never bothered to explore that little room on the side. Oh, there's a -1 now for the steel shield.
Yeah, there's that golf wand and I think similar items.
We see here actually Troy mitigating lag actually by holding down the select button, not knowing what he's attacking, but technically fighting through this.
Yep.
So it technically does save a lot of
time, frame rate.
The game does lag when there's a lot of stuff on screen and one-room floors, especially when they have pillars. Oh man, that feels bad to play through. If it's just chugs so bad. So thankfully, nice Queenie. Just switching quickly. I think that was a misinput there.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. He's commanding Queenie to stay rather than changing the AI. That's what he's doing. That's very smart.
That's what Troy's been doing pretty consistently. Probably gonna do it here again because I think the 26 is enough.
Just gonna go straight to the elevator, or what the? Whoa! The sniping flames. That's the one really annoying thing is the fire monsters will target you from really long distances, and in one-room floors, they really like to shoot you.
Correct. They absolutely.
I still don't think we have any audio for Shuzo's side.
Nope.
But I think Troy is just enjoying the new inventory space.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's the difference between Shuzo having inventory gained to the one-room floor on floor 3, and then Troy, leather shield. Yep. That is one of the weirdest things, is equipping the leather shield instead of the diamond shield.
Especially earlier, I feel like diamond shield is stronger early on, and then maybe floors 20 start to take. Well, I'd say when you hit the Kraken floors, leather shield would be the one you want to take.
Yeah, but I do like how that's one of those things where a lot of people are like, oh, why did you get rid of something that has like 7 defense for something that has 1? There's an 11% dodge rate on the leather shields, and a normal dodge rate, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, for their other shields. So the leather shield potentially can save you being hit.
Yep. Which on later floors in a speed run, a run where you don't have just blue sands on a shield like crazy, that raw dodge chance comes into play way more effectively against 38 damage than mitigating 7 of 38 damage, which is still 31. It's just not enough of a difference. Because like you said before earlier in this very, stream, is that the game does not intend you to do what our players in these speedrunning in matches are trying to do, is beating the game in under an hour, beating the game on first entry.
Just beating the game.
You to come back. You're not supposed to do this. It's very difficult.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, there is a difference between. Also, yes, the overlay is wonderful as well. It looks very nice and crisp, and I do like the little monsters on the top. They're really cute. But I don't know if Revan or Chai can let me know who did the overlay this time. I'll be give proper credit where credit due. I actually don't know off the top of my head. Ooh, we got the slow trap on the balloon, so that means 2 free attacks against it, so that's basically a one-shot. Thank you. Letha. Okay. So Letha did the overlay. Not a member of the community. Well, still, it looks very nice. Especially with the state state display. But yeah, no, I was going to say, is like when it comes to, they're on what, floor 7, floor 6 respectively. So Shuzo technically is not in the lead, because technically Troy got to floor 24. So this is why the state overlay is really nice, because before, I used to have a pen and paper beside me keeping track of everything, and if I missed something, I'd keep asking the chat for what was the highest floor, what was this. Now we can see the inventory, we can see that Shuzo has a ton of Hazak herbs for some reason. I would just feed those right away, just replenish some MP on Queen when given a chance, because they're just going to be taking up space. Star Glasses, Astro Rainbow 1s, that's something. But also, it's really nice to also see how much HP Queenie has. Yes, that is this state display. That is mostly, it's to help anyone who uses it. When I use it, I tend to ignore it because I'm just an old player and I'm an old curmudgeon. I have my way of playing the game. I can't seem to change it. But like when it comes to removing the HUD, you see on Troy's side, there's no HP value or anything there. You can just get rid of it and have a better sight of what's going on. And all the stuff is on their desktop through the state display. So Troy can see the HP levels and can see inventory without opening up inventory as well. I know Plushie, but you used no HUD before there was state display. You were a bit weird that way. Oh, they're both in the same room. Oh, difference of looking at the bell caused
Yeah, Troy entered this room from the left, and Shuzo entered from the bottom. So Shuzo's pathing was just different enough to not hit that trap.
Yep, all the traps. Okay, just for the record, there's been a lot of traps these couple seeds so far. I normally don't hit this many of them, and also
I think Troy hit a room with like 4 or 5.
Yeah, so like this is a bit uncommon, but it's still part of the game. Honestly, yeah, if you're aware of how things are, then yeah, whichever. I've always played the game the same way. I can do the speedrunning strats. I'm just really bad at them, and a small humble gloat of me going insane is my PB is from a marathon where I failed twice and finished below estimate with the last run, with Queenie dying on floor 11. So that was fun. I also had hardware issues. The PS2 crashed.
Dang.
Yeah, that made some weird abstract art.
Does PlayStation 2 play Azure Dreams better than PlayStation 1, or is that just preference?
It has a fast load option. This is the same with the emulator that people are using, Rearmed or whatever. It's equivalent to basically using the same mode. So if I remember correctly, okay, here we go. There we go. I was gonna say, if Troy were to use stay once and then move onwards or whatever, then they'd be able to get in that perfect U-boat walking. That's something I never even considered. I just tend to just try to avoid them like the plague and then hope, I guess. But also, I do like the floor 10 music. I really do. I've always enjoyed it. And I always enjoyed like floor 30.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was some of the really notable soundtracks. Is like 10's very good, and then 30. 30 is probably one of the most phenomenal pieces in this game, alongside the Monster Den track.
Yeah, the Monster Den's great. Also, if you've ever played the second tower, prepare to die. Like, really prepare to die. Because all the items you find are identified as hearts, basically, so you have to actually eat them or figure out what they are naturally. So you always think, oh, why is there a trap scroll? Well, until you identify the trap scroll in your run, you don't know it's a trap scroll, so you have to use it. That's scary. You have to eat fruits. You have to eat ton of fruits potentially in front of other monsters. And I really wish the second tower made it into the main game. It's in the Game Boy Color game. There's the 99 floor basement. But and there's some speculation, at least by me, that might be a nice egg. That is a floor 11 egg. That might be a second Garuda.
I would lose it because this is a re-entry too by Troy.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah, see, this is what I said earlier about Shuzo fighting a Dreamin. Shuzo was fighting a Dreamin or multiple Dreamin with Kyun behind. Troy fought side by side so that the Dreamin did 1 damage due to the fire affinity being an advantage. And
oh no,
it's just a lot better for your health pool.
That's a bad paralysis trap with 2 water creatures walking in and saying hello.
Yes.
Thankfully, Queenie can take out one of them. Okay, there we go. Oh, so I know personally, Shuzo would be laughing quite heavily during that. Shuzo has a wonderful personality to shrug off just stupid things happening. And legitimately, just seeing that, I can guarantee you Shuzo's laughing at the luck of...
Oh yeah, laughing again because paralyzed wand. You got paralyzed, and then you paralyzed one of the balloons immediately.
Oh, so if you ever use the Tamers fruit glitch and have a paralysis wand, that is probably your best bet to survive. If you want to try to get away, because you can use the Tamers fruit glitch, bag your monster, or release your monster, depending on what resources you have, and keep swinging that paralysis wand. Eventually, it will trigger, and you can walk away from the monster if it's only one. I've done that in one thing, and I've survived by 1 more floor, then I died to a dragon. Oh, so that's a lot of damage. Okay, I was gonna say, gonna have to beg Queenie there to get it back. That's another thing a lot of runners right now haven't been doing is you can actually command Queen to move in the room, distract monsters, and then beg Queenie back to you. That's gonna be an egg bomb. We know that's a Kraken. I would have done that against a Kraken, truthfully. Guys, now you have a Kraken coming towards you.
But 2 Mayhel, so I'm actually surprised that they didn't. That Troy didn't just use the Mahel seed there.
Yeah, he still has time. I would really recommend doing it now. Ooh, okay, good leather shield.
There it is. There's that leather shield that we were talking about.
Ooh, Kraken didn't die. Ko's magic level is based... That's such a hard hit. Ko's magic level is based off 4 times his actual level. So at level 25, it basically maxes out, being level 99. So at right now, it's level... Well, before he... Oh no.
That holy
all these monsters appearing in front of Troy.
Oh, it ran out just now.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I think Troy... Yeah, there we go. There's the Mahel seed. Hopefully... Nope. That's a death. He was banking on that leather shield.
Yep.
So, back to scratch for Troy. Just gonna grab Queenie and go back in.
Still technically ahead at floor 24 is the highest. So,
yep.
But
13 minutes left.
Shuzo has a very solid chance. 2 medicinal seeds, sea seed, acid rains.
That's a very good inventory, yeah.
Got great inventory, but their health is getting low right now. They might need to use that blaze ball on this troll.
Yeah. Again, I always will say it and I'll repeat it many times as people will need to hear it. If you have resources and you die, that means you didn't use your resources.
Absolutely.
Like you need to make sure. Again, this game wants to kill you. This is the whole point of it. It's a roguelike. It's very punishing. But you need to make sure that you. Yeah, exactly. Use a medicinal herb. Take again that paralysis wand. That is way more triggers of that I've seen than recent.
All right, so we got the Shuzo make the right call here.
Oh, we have the wall hacking troll. You can shoot around corners. And that's going to shoot down. Yeah, you have to be really careful. I think Troy is just stopping for now. Not getting out of bed. There's 12 minutes left. I don't think they can get comfortably at floor 24 or 25. So this is just basically on Shuzo. And I don't think we have audio for Shuzo, so we're just going to be listening to the town.
Yeah.
We'll quickly try one last time to see. Nope. That's fine. Just enjoy the town music then. Or Kim can start doing sound effects. One of the two.
Yeah, maybe. Nah, no, I'm not. Oh, we got the kid beating up Ko. Troy's deciding to do something, please.
Yeah. It's going to go into the bath. Yep. Yeah. That's always the fun thing. Yeah, you can sit there and wait for a while, and eventually girls will walk by and tease you if you wait, I believe, or go in there a couple times. Legitimately, I do like having like hot tub baths or hot tubs and stuff like that. It's always my favorite thing when I go traveling.
They are, from what I've heard and like researched into, it's like hot springs, hot tubs sort of stuff is pretty good for your health to do every now and then. So, highly recommend it. Oh,
another paralysis.
Paralyzes.
It okay. Just for the record, the paralysis one is not this effective normally, like ever. So,
speak for yourself.
Yeah, Shuzo is actually getting like all the rolls with it, basically.
I mean, one of my matches, or a couple of my matches, I had quite a few hits myself.
Yeah, exactly. Rev is a 1 in 16 chance, so this is definitely it's like 7 or 8 now between the two matches. Like it's still really good. Oh, so at this point, I would just start giving the wood shields and not scorch, but the copper sword to a queen and get rid of that inventory. There's a lot of used up space there.
But what if Shuzo gets a kid egg? No, there's too many floors to go.
At that point, Shuzo would win. Getting a kid egg is at like floor 30 or something at minimum.
Yeah.
32.
Oh, finally gonna be using these to throw at stuff?
Yep.
10 damage is 10 damage.
Honestly, they do a good chunk of damage until about floor 15, and after that, it's kind of pointless. Well, you attack. That's exactly how that works, Hex. Just keep lobbing their shields. Oh, trolls in range to. Yeah, no, you're gonna have to move.
Actually, you can just use the Dreamin' as a yep. But then the troll takes the experience. Filthy Sniper took all of that experience for itself. You know, one thing that's interesting, another dungeon crawling game, Chocobo's Dungeon 2 for the PlayStation 1.
Mm-hmm.
There are instances where the monsters can fight and defeat each other.
And level up.
They'll level up, but they won't level up in a way where it's like, oh, they get a little tougher. It's a menacing level up.
Yeah, actually, that's actually one game I was actually going to speedrun. Then I ended up learning actually Azure Dreams first, of all things. Because it, quote unquote, it seems simpler. It's actually not.
Oh, no, it's not. There's so many
Chocobo Dungeon 2 is longer, but technically more doable than it is Azure Dreams.
Yeah.
But
you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for Chocobo Dungeon 2 is if you have a second player, you can zip around the map and attack freely, then move away. It's extremely exploitable for a second player. But playing it with one player is really difficult, truthfully.
Ah, yes. I haven't gotten a chance. I used to play it with a friend a little bit casually way back when, but we're like kids, so we weren't trying to exploit stuff. We were just, having fun with the game.
Mm-hmm. It's a very charming game.
It is. I'd say that one of my favorite aspects of Chocobo's Dungeon 2 is for the time it came out, like 1998, something like that, it has extensive endgame viability worked into it. It has replay value for a game of its time and date that goes past a lot of more recent games, because it has things where it's like, oh yeah, let's just grind out this aspect of the game, and then, oh hey, I beat the game, but there's post-game content that has like ridiculous amount of floors to do.
That's actually the one thing sad about Azure Dreams. It doesn't really have a post-game content for Tower, just mostly, the girlfriends thing and whatnot.
Yeah. The cut content second tower was a little bit disheartening, but...
Yeah, and I would have liked to have more post-content, but at the same time, again, some people have never... Like, part of the Discord, again, let me post the command again in chat here. A lot of our community actually haven't casually beat the game before. Like, the game's difficult. Like, really, really, really difficult. And especially the last 5 floors are some of the harder ones in general. Especially golems. Screw golems. I hate them. If Septic's here, I still stand by my statement. If he's not here, then I really hate golems.
They hit like a truck. The only thing I can say that's a saving grace... Oh, there's Septic. Saving grace about fighting golems is that if you get them to try their special attack on you, they're a little exploitable in that you can just, waste some time. You don't have to fight them if you get lucky.
Yeah, but at the same time, if they wind up their fists, they can punch you down a one hex hallway room or whatever and just hit you. There's been numerous times where I had to pick up Queenie and put Queenie in front of me to take the punch.
Oh boy. We got unlucky here with Shuzo getting healed on by this Neil.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just enough of a heal that it wasn't going to be 2 more hits. The Neil came in clutch there for itself.
You see here, actually, again, like, of all things considered, we see the timer still on Troylus' side. But I still have a timer going as well. We have about 5 minutes left. It's probably not feasible for Shuzo to get to floor 25 from floor 13. The loading cutscenes probably would be longer than the time allowed, let alone finding the elevator and doing everything. Yeah, but that inventory, between the Paralyzed, Mirror, 2 Acid Rainballs, Blaze, Sea, Mahel, Medicinals, the Bell's useless, Star and Truth, and then we know that's a Kraken Egg.
Yeah.
And a Roam Herb. Like, that's a really good inventory, because a Roam Herb heals blindness if you get inflicted by it. And... No, so go for it.
I do like Shuzo is doing the, peek around corners with turning the map to see if the elevator's in that room or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I think Shuzo's gonna need to pick up Kyun.
Otherwise, he's gonna take a hit, yeah.
But I have not been seeing... Oh, nope, never mind. Good corners.
Yeah, I know for a fact when Shuzo starts turning the camera excessively, they're really trying to make sure they do their movements exactly what they want. Because this game has a D-pad. Oh, there's a Kraken. It has a D-pad, which is all well and good until, you want to do a diagonal. The diagonals don't really feel good. Like, they sometimes mess up where if you just turn the camera angle and just push down, so it's a 45-degree angle and you're just going straight down, that's a big hit against Queenie there.
Pick up Kyun, eat a Mahel seed, drop Kyun in front of you, pick Kyun back up, and rock past the Kraken. No,
that's a dead queen. Yep. That's unfortunate, but honestly, 3 minutes left. That's probably going to be point to Troy at this point. There's a Griffin following as well now, so thankfully Mirror Shield, but can be sniped by Rise still because Griffins are just extremely happy that way. Oh, so Noels are very good monsters. I enjoyed them growing up. Not so much Batinels though. I just like the healers.
I actually really like Batten. I like Neil as well, but Batinel is probably one of my favorite familiars in the game. I'm not saying that because of Riven or anything. Like that's my personal. Is every time I got Batinel, I always am happy to get one.
That's a good Acid Rain. That's
yeah. Especially since level 10 Ko actually makes a difference to kill stuff. I think Troy was in a similar place on this floor, but Troy was like level 8 or 9, so the magic didn't do as much damage. And the Kraken lived. And then he had to use the Holy Bell, and then the Holy Bell ran out as he ran back into the room with the Kraken on him, and that's basically when his second re-entry ended, something like that.
Yeah, and we see here that the time is running out. We have 2 more minutes left. Just watching Shuzo at this point. The bath is so relaxing anyway. You don't want to do anything with the bath. But like when it comes to this elevator, it seems to be just not there. There you go. Like, this was a hard to find elevator if you look at the pathing of the map.
Water ball is unfortunate when you don't have a familiar and you don't have the time to hatch that egg into a familiar this run.
Yeah, I think Shuzo doesn't have a timer on their side, but I'll ping them in the Discord channel when our mark hits there. We'll set up for game 3 if they want. If not, then we'll call it that. But I think Troy, definitely gets the...
Friendly game 3 wouldn't be bad just because, I mean, this is a start tournament, so the point is to get people to experience the game and get, matches under their belt. So I wouldn't be surprised if they want to do a friendly 3.
Mm-hmm.
I would not implore them, but be like, yes, please do.
Yeah, and the thing is, and this was with anything in general, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. And the higher level runners, I don't want to be like elitists or whatever. Like, we've put our time into this game to learn all the nuances and whatever. Once you start trying to play this game in one go, you'll realize how much stuff you don't know. But it will come with time, and you need to know, Oh, there you go, elevator. That's floor 15 now. I think that unless there's an elevator right there, I think floor 15 is Shuzo's top right now for that. Let's see.
No train.
Nope. All right. I'll ping.
All right. While things are getting set up, do you mind if I go take care of a few, quick AFK?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll be back.
So yeah, just go Shuzo. Point to Troy. I can't type for life of me. Do you want to... There you go. So, basically what went on here is, let's say if we had another hour or something, and Troy just gave up for some reason, and Shuzo ended up... Okay, that's fine. Shuzo doesn't want to do a friendly third. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, neither of them do. That's fine. It was a pretty... Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in the interview. I will mark them as done. They should get the interview. So anyway, it's like the thing is, like, when it comes to this type of game and race and stuff like that, you have to be really careful of how well you pace. And when I was coaching Chimera, I was always saying, you have to be careful of this opponent. I'm not going to name names or anything, because they have you have to know how well they can go through the tower. And then you had to pace yourself to that. And sometimes you have to pace yourself to the point where you're uncomfortable. And it's really hard to do that. So sometimes you have to play at a pace where you're not comfortable with. And sometimes, looking at Shuzo's side of things, you have a great inventory. Okay, some messages. You can have a great inventory, but if you play faster than you're wanting to, sometimes you will make mistakes. Sometimes mistakes will happen, just in general, bad traps, whatever, and stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes down to it, it's really hard to learn that type of mentality. And GG Troy, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
First of all, that was very, very impressive getting up to, was it floor 25? You had a Garuda. Sorry, I'll start at the start. And Chimera will be back in a sec. She's just gone.
I'm here now.
Oh, okay. Perfect timing. They just decided not on a friendly third, so we're back at the interviews now.
Understandable.
So Troy's here. I don't know if Shuzo's going to join. Shuzo should join soon. Give me a sec here. So, when it comes to the run, I'm sorry. I made some really bad seeds for traps. Like really, really bad. Apparently.
I think the one for me was the monster room, like right next to the elevator, and the sleeping viper on top of the elevator. That was something special for sure.
Yeah, then you use the acid rain ball, and all the winged creatures survived.
Yeah, in hindsight, I should have literally just used the holy bell, but yeah, I think.
There it is. Hello.
There you go. Welcome, Shuzo.
Oh, bear with it. Just gotta.
That was an interesting way to play the game. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was just saying to Troy, I apologize. Apparently, I made some really trap-heavy seeds.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Actually, no, you didn't. Troy did. If you watch this back, Troy hit like 5 times the amount of traps you did.
Oh, wow. All I know is the one I hit, like, prison trap, something else, and then found yet another prison trap, so I'm like, oh, God.
No, Troy actually was plagued throughout the entire game by monsters appearing in the hallway before you. And they always were bulky water monsters, like a lot of bulky water monsters.
Oh, God.
I almost got like tilted into the sun just with like, I thought it was just, I was like playing badly, and then like looking back at it, I'm like, there's just so many monsters just everywhere.
Yeah, and this is the thing that you'll realize with more practice and stuff like that. The monsters will always walk in a certain cycle. They always have their left hand on the wall, as we explained before. Sometimes you're walking up the river on what flow they're going, and you kept doing that. You kept finding yourself going against the river, basically, and all the monsters were going down the river, and you kept finding them, you avoided them, you find the other, and you kept doing that repeatedly with all the Krakens and new elves. And one of the saddest things is Queenie dying from being abducted.
Yeah, that was not ideal.
Abducted?
Yes,
Yeah.
the Garuda actually got Queenie and took it and killed it.
Oh, no. This is mine. You cannot have it back.
Yeah. The other thing as well is, Shuzo, you actually missed a Garuda egg.
Did I?
Yep. Troy actually found a Garuda egg, and the Garuda did not have a good life eventually. That was a
Well,
dive.
it wasn't even
Did I
just
get
a
pushed
miss.
away from it?
Shuzo did not even get to the floor that it was on.
Yeah, but like you exited before, so then basically there's no more Garuda. But Troy, Wuga was watching you in chat, saying you're doing safe strats and stuff like that, and playing it up or whatever. But at the same time, it's like you're being taught by Wuga, and you found a Garuda egg, so that's very applicable to the Garuda himself.
Yeah, true. I think just traps ruined that for me. Like,
I think it did. Yes, I think just everyone had bad time. Truthfully.
Yeah, I think I got transformed into a frog, and then I think my Garuda just started attacking a sleeping viper, I think. And I was like, well, the viper could just wake up and just kill this thing at any time. I'm just going to have to risk going up to the next floor. And there were like 3 monsters in the room. So I was like, well, okay, I'm just going to watch this Garuda die as I'm still a frog.
Yes, and the thing is, because of the door frame, it went where you were. You couldn't command it because you were a frog. And the second it entered the room and it knew that you were changed, it defended you, even though you did not want it to defend you.
Yeah.
And the Garuda decided to pick a fight with things it couldn't win against.
Yeah. So I think in that situation, I don't know if there's anything I could have done differently. I wondered about the movement, whether instead of swapping places with it, if I moved diagonally, but then I think if I moved diagonally, then the Garuda would have come into the room anyway.
Yes, no matter what, it would have gone to where you were.
Yeah. Okay.
The only thing you could have done to prolong it, despite all the monsters being awake, is if you stood and waited one turn inside the room. It would stay in the door frame and not approach the monsters.
Yeah.
But the second you would move, no matter what, it would move into the room, and then it would aggro. So legitimately, you did the right thing. It just sucks that you were a frog, and the Garuda decided to try to defend you with its life, which it did.
Yeah, I think I got a crisp 4 damage off, I think, in the end. Which was quite
10, actually. It was 10.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's even better.
And Shuzo, you made a lot of smart calls for fleeing, but you also had a lot of times being pincered in hallways.
Yeah, I did. That one, they like got me in the little outstretch area where it was like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, you had a frog, a clown, 2 U-boats, and a bloom surrounding you, if I remember correctly. And then you decided to wind out, which was the appropriate response.
No more options, just leave.
Yeah. The other thing I actually want to point out, if this is correct or not, when you hit the paralysis trap and the 2 blooms walked in the room, were you laughing at the outcome?
Of what, like,
when you hit the paralysis trap and the 2 blooms walked in.
He just started walloping one.
Oh no, because I was saying like you have a personality where you shrug off and laugh off weird situations that are like, wow. And so like I said it during commentary, like, I'm pretty sure Shuzo's laughing right now, of just hit the paralysis trap, the 2 blooms walk in, just whatever. This is your life now.
Yeah, I mean that's all you can do with the game though, because it like you get stuff like that, and you don't know what's nearby. They're just gonna wander in and do what they want.
Yep. Yeah, and honestly, like, when it came to a couple of re-entries, you guys were on pace with each other, like 1-to-1 on some cases too.
Sick.
Yeah, like it was actually kind of neat because also the one we're just trying to figure out like where you guys were and stuff like that. And there's the 1-room floor on the second re-entry or third re-entry. I can't remember exactly. I think it's the second re-entry.
The football field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was the second one.
Well, the thing is, Troy died on floor 24, lost all their equipment, and then ran to the tower, found the 1-room floor, and just murdered everything and stole the floor's equipments. Versus Shuzo, who already had equipment from using a wind crystal, and just found the elevator and left.
Yeah,
I
went up to the upper left-hand corner and worked my way over, though.
Yeah.
Just to check the closest things.
Yeah, and but Troy did the exact thing. Went up left, then went down, and then just started like purging like every monster along the way, collecting items. It's like, well, I guess that works. Like you died and don't have the inventory, and you get a free floor's worth of inventory, so that works.
Yeah,
I figured. True.
I figured I'd need like at least a couple of bits if I was even gonna like get close to beating floor 24. Like I died at 30 minutes, and I was like, well, even if I'm like at my fastest pace, I can probably only get to like floor 30. So like, but I need inventory to do that. Like I can't just wing it and just aim for same elevator rooms or whatever. I think so take a little bit more.
I agree with that. I also agree with a lot of your impeccable decision making and movements. Mm-hmm. I noticed quite a few times you did a lot of things very efficiently and fast. And even though sometimes you would do stuff I wouldn't agree with, you were still very fast about it, which is important in this kind of scenario.
I really appreciate that. That's some like genuine praise. Thank you.
No, actually, Chimera is right about that. Is your U-boat dancing was on point, like legitimate flawless U-boat dancing. And that was really impressive. And I actually have not seen that proper in a while since, well, Woogus actually does have a pet when they stream, but they don't normally. So, but like, I have not seen a proper U-boat dance like that in a really long time. That was really clean. You're just traversing the entire like third of a floor with it following you, not flinching once. It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, some of it was just fluke. I won't lie to you. Like a lot of it, I say a lot of it. Like some of it's intentional. Some of it is not. I could go back and show you which bits are not intentional or just happen to work out. But I don't know. I think I do just play with my gut a lot of the time, and most of the time, if I see a U-boat that's like under like underneath, I'll be like, "Can we have a little salsa? Can we have a little tango?" Here?
Well, that's the thing is like, I was pointing out during the commentary, like no two runners will play alike. Like I know I've been pushed back to the point where I'm one of the slower runners from the veterans, but at the same time I'm consistent. But then Wooga, who has a 24-minute world record, which is again just obscene, but also like 600 temps. So like it's one of those things where like whatever you find comfortable, you will do, and you'll do well with, and you'll be able to compete. And I do like this game for that reason. There's not just this is how you play fast. Like ideally, if you encounter 39 go up traps, you're good, right? Like that's the ideal God run, but no one's ever going to have that. So the next best step is avoid everything, don't fight anything, but you have to do that or else you can't fight and survive certain situations. So you keep going, whatever. And Damage Plushie says you both did very good. Thank you for showing your stuff.
Thank you, Plushie.
Glad
Septic.
I could put on a good show with the few issues I had going on.
Yeah, the shame with the blue screen, I'll say that. But thankfully it happened very early on, though.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Like I was like, well, at least it happened here, and then.
Yeah,
I think it happened like 2 rooms after the tutorial floor, so it really wasn't like the biggest time loss.
Yeah, I think I stopped on like the 3rd floor elevator. I think for like a few minutes just to see if we were doing like a reset or anything. But
yeah, no. Reverend decided is so early. Just basically, we'd put 8 minutes onto the clock for Shuzo to catch up because that's at that point when the blue screen happened.
Okay.
So, but if that happens again, if it acts like it, just clear it with Revan firsthand. But if you think you're gonna have computer issues, anyone, not just Shuzo, can like save state before it happens, so you can load up where you were.
Yeah.
Because it's a fixed tower scene.
Because it was like having small hiccups during that second run too, and I'm like, we'll cover it when it happens.
Go figure. Of course, like you said, it's fine for 4 days, and this is the one time where it decides to act up, right?
Yeah. I've been having some issues on and off though in the past few weeks with it. I'm still trying to figure out what's up. And like my last run, it's like, okay, I'm good, I'm fine. I don't know why it's throwing a temper tantrum today.
And that's the thing, is sometimes it will. Other than that, I'm happy to wrap this up. But if you want to say anything or mention anything that you found interesting in the run, feel free to take the stage too.
I'm just pleased with how everything went, and I saw a lot of good techniques by both runners, and would have liked to see a few more in a few instances. But the thing is, this game messes with your mental sometimes. You can get really flustered and overwhelmed.
Yeah. It can definitely mess with you because it's again. It seems like the tower's always out to get you. It's just chance. It's chance you hit a paralysis trap. It's chance you hit a warp trap, which Troy did hit just before the elevator. That was so great. It's always just chance. Just simple as that.
Yeah.
And that's just how it goes. But overall, like, the more knowledge you have of this game, the more practice you have of this game, the more you can mitigate, hopefully, the stuff that can go wrong. And then you can also see, like, again, like, no matter how good a runner you are, you're going to die to a paralysis trap in front of a dragon. That's his life.
Yeah.
But if you know the common things and like you know how to avoid the dragon or know how to do like A1 and kill it, then you hit a paralysis trap and there's nothing else around, then there you go. That saved your run kind of thing, right? So there's a bunch of small things like that which will add up after a while. But you guys both did brilliantly. So
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that. Genuinely. I think there'll be some things to take away. Like I always watch the VODs after the match just to kind of see if there's things that can be kind of like tweaked. And I think Wooger's going to be annoyed at me for not being better at inventory management and for not looking in rooms before I enter them, because those are the two main things that he told me to fix before the next match.
that sounds like Wooger though.
I can agree with you on that because I actually did mention your inventory management like 1 or 2 times during.
Yeah. It's bad.
So
It is bad.
It's good that you noticed that though, because you learn from it.
Yes, and speaking of inventory management, we do have a match tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be some speed gaming channel. It'll be announced and we'll post in the Discord. I post all the links and stuff like that in the chat. Follow the runners, obviously. They're wonderful. We're the blabbers. Thank you, Chimera, for joining me. This has been wonderful to teach you how to do commentary as well.
Yeah, I'm very glad to have the experience. Thank you too.
Yeah, and it's again, anyone who's part of the Discord, if you ever want to do commentary, we can sign you up with someone who's experienced with it. We always love it's fun to sit back and just watch a couple of Zero Dreams matches. It's a very chill experience. The runners not so much, but for commentary, it tends to be quite nice. But speaking of inventory management, for tomorrow's match, I do believe it's like Damage Plushie versus I can't remember the other runner right now. I am extremely tired for the record, so that's not helping. Versus Lady Deme. There you go. But I know for a fact Damage Plushie does not sort their inventory.
Yeah.
At all. It's whatever you pick up is in that order. And I was watching that with Fee, and Fee was going mad watching that.
Wait, but it's one button.
No, but the thing is, you know how you found things, and it's one of those things where, there's a couple people. It's.
I love hitting the triangle button though.
I do too, but at the same time, I do get why. Because you can see where the first fireball was and the third fireball was if there's a couple things in between. I get that, but at the same time. Well, anyway, I think we're just rambling at this point, so I'm happy to wrap it up. So I'll say thank you to Speed Gaming, thank you to Chimera, thank you to Troy and Shuzo for racing and entertaining everyone. Thank you, programmer, wherever you are, for the de-randomizing randomizer, which you made, which makes this possible, because otherwise it'd be random towers for everyone. But I think that's it. So I think we're good to go. Chai for the state display. That's right. That's the other one.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
the state display is awesome.
Yes, I'm actually really happy for a commentator's sake because it's really, really hard back in the day when like, they could have gotten out of the situation. It's like, but we don't know what their inventory was. They died, and now we can be like, okay, yeah, you had like 2 medicinal herbs, acid rain. Of all things, Shuzo, you had a great inventory at the end, like a really, really good one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right, yes, and Leo for Leah.
And don't forget to thank all of the lovely followers. Everybody watching.
And of course, Speed Gaming for helping us host this as well.
So, absolutely, it's a delight.
Anyway, I am done. I'll click the episode finish button, but thanks everyone, and